Yo guys, welcome back to a brand new PTCGO Unified Minds video. Today's Unified Minds video, guys, we're going to be looking at the new Slowpoke and Psyduck-GX. This is arguably one of the coolest decks to come out of the new set. A lot of people do like this deck because, well, your literal, main attacker is a Slowpoke and Psyduck-GX. You know, most tag team cards are built off of, legendary Pokemon and other, really big Pokemon. But Slowpoke and Psyduck is just Slowpoke and Psyduck. It's just two very derpy Pokemon, and this card has actually got some potential. There's actually a decent amount of support for the card. Slowpoke and Psyduck-GX does have the attack Ditch and Splash, which discards any number of supporters from your hand, doing 40 damage for each one you discarded. And if you play the new Lapras with Mermaid's Call to get Misty's Favor back, and if you play Misty's Favor, you can search your deck for 3 supporter cards. There's actually a lot of synergy you can do with this deck, and it's also good against Rushing Zard, so boom, there's a lot of potential for this deck right off the gate. So before getting the video, of course, guys, shout out to the sponsor, Card Craft and TCG. As always, guys, if you're ever looking to get your hands on PTCGO codes, and if you're trying to get Unified Mind Pack codes still, if you're trying to get Unified Minds codes, or, Unified Minds, trainer kits, stuff like that, pre-release kits, whatever they're called, get them over at Card Craft and TCG, guys. And of course, if you do end up picking up something from Card Craft and TCG, you can use code LDF at the checkout and you get yourself a 5% discount on the order. And it also does support the channel when you do that. So shout out to Card Craft and TCG. And of course, guys, if you're looking for your Unified Minds code still, if you want to get more Unified Minds packs to get all these new cards, get them over at Card Craft and TCG, and of course use that discount code at the checkout. So now let's look into the list. So there's actually quite a few different lists I've seen of this deck. Some lists were, kind of just straightforward, playing the Slowpokes and the Laprases. Seen some lists playing Lance with the Dragonite combo, and I'm going to be trying that version out because, well, one, it seems a little cooler. We do have this Dragonite from Team Up with the ability Fast Call, which allows you to search your deck for a supporter. So you kind of use Dragonite as an extra 40 damage for Slowpoke. And there's also this other Dragonite we just got with Hurricane Charge, being able to attach a water and a lane from your hand. Basically, the idea of this Dragonite is to attach a water energy to your Slowpoke, so you have some kind of energy acceleration. If you ever need to play Switch Raft or switch out to a new Slowpoke and Psyduck, you can then try to build it back up with Hurricane Charge. That's kind of the idea behind the Dragonite. It's a pretty straightforward Pokemon engine. We just have 4 Slowpoke and Psyduck, 4 Lapras. Lapras is also an insanely good card for this deck. Mermaid's Call allowing you to get a Misty's Favor from your discard pile is really big. You can use this ability to get Misty's Favor from your discard pile, and Misty's Favor is a good supporter because it then adds an extra 120 damage on top of Slowpoke and Psyduck. And then when you play Lapras' ability, it, brings back your hands. That's 160 damage right there. So that's really cool. And I'm also playing one Dedenne. One of the main reasons why I'm playing this is because stuff like Reset Stamp could potentially get in your way, and also just if you get a really bad breaking hand, you can just try to Dedenne change out of it, because we do play 4 Cherish Ball for our Slowpoke and Psyducks. And of course, we do have that GX Tech Thrilling Times, which can do 110 damage if you flip a coin, or if you have 8 energy on this, which we'll probably never end up getting there, even though we do have 10 energy. We can flip a coin. Well, actually, no, we can. How many coins? You can flip 10 extra coins. Yeah, so you can potentially do 1,100 damage. You can do 1,100 damage if you get all 10 heads. There might be something we can try out with Thrilling Times eventually down the road. We have to play Victini with it, though. But the main attack is obviously going to be that Ditch and Splash attack. So now let's look at the items and supporters. And there's a lot of supporters. The main items we get out of the way, we got Cherish Ball, of course, to get our Slowpokes. 4 Great Potions. One of the main downsides of this card, and I can't emphasize this enough, this thing is, no pun intended, slow. It does need 2 energy to be built up, and that is not very good. Honestly, this thing can take some hit damage before it even attacks. But with Great Potion, we can try to remove some of that damage. We can also put this thing out of 2-shot territory, which is good too. There's a Pal Pad. I've just thrown this in here as a way to get 2 supporters back. I think it's really important to have this. We got 3 Pokégears. I would play 4, but there's a lot of other options for stuff I want to play. But Pokégear is obviously nice to get supporters. 1 copy of Switch and Switch Raft. Switch Raft and Switch. I like having the split of the 2. Because we can use Switch if we, don't start with Slowpoke and Psyduck, we start with Lapras or Dedenne, and then Switch Raft can be good in the late game. You got these switching cards, you can switch out your Slowpoke Psyduck to your bench, hope they don't have Custom Catcher, and then you can, Dragonite, try to rebuild up a new one, or if you have another one on your bench. So it's kind of like a way to get it out of the active, to sort of prevent it from being KO'd and giving up 3 prizes, force them to Custom Catcher. Now, I am playing 2 Viridian. Now, I'd actually recommend 3. Viridian's really cool with this deck. There's actually combos you can do with Viridian and Misty's Favor and Lapras, where you can get rid of the Misty's Favor with Viridian Forest, and then just get it back with Lapras. Right? So that's kind of why. But Viridian's good to find energy. Honestly, if you miss a turn where you don't touch an energy, you fall behind quite a bit, in my opinion. So having Viridian does help you find energy. And I want to play 3. We have 12 outs to energy. We have Steve's Resolve, which finds energy, but we have to, you know, have an energy to begin with, so it's not the greatest. Now I'm playing a lot of supporters. Start things off. We have 4 Misty's Favor. It's kind of like the heart of the deck. I'm playing 3 Fan Club. Fan Club, really good. If you do this turn 1, you get a couple Laprasses down. It's basically just a way to get 2 Laprasses in play. I am playing 4 Stevens and 4 Misties. It's the same thing pretty much in a way, except Steven you get any card you want, so it's a little better. Like if you want, you can like Steven for like energy, double Great Potion, or something like that to like kind of keep a loop going. If you can't attack with this thing, you can try and heal it. I got 2 Tate Lizas, pretty good supporter. Some other tech supporters, obviously the Lance for the Dragonites. We got a Cynthia, of course, for Cynthia. Now I'm also going to be playing 2 Blues Tactics and 2 Coach Trainer. Now Coach Trainer is actually pretty cool, allowing you to draw 4 cards if Slowpoke and Psyduck is your active Pokemon. And that's actually not that bad, considering the only other options for that are like Lily and like Looker and How. We got Blues Tactics. I'm going to be trying this out. Now, when you play Slowpoke's attack, you do discard a lot of cards from your hand. So you do Blues Tactics at the end of your turn, you can actually draw into a bigger hand, because your hand will be very thin at the end of your turn after you do Ditch and Splash. That's why I like having this in the deck. Now, another interesting supporter is going to be for Whitney. A lot of the lists I see are playing this engine before Whitney can be pretty cool. You can do this. You discard your Whitneys, you get more draw support out of Whitney. And I have 10 water. I'm just going to go heavy on the energy. We never want to miss a turn where we attach an energy. That's it for my list here. Let's go try it out on PTCGO and see if we can win games with this deck, which I do think is possible. It's a good deck. When it gets going, it's just slow. Alright guys, here we go. We're going to go do some games now with Slowduck here on the Versus ladder, and we'll see what we run into. Hopefully it's some post-rotation decks. Alright, we're up against a deck with fire in it, which could be Charizard, which is good. We'll see how we do against some of these better decks. Like, the main problem with Slowduck is that it needs 2 turns to attack, and when it does get attacking, it's pretty powerful. But it needs 2 turns to get there, and that is not very effective. Okay, so we do start with Slowduck here. We have a Cherish Ball for another Slowduck. We have a Misty's Favor. We didn't get any energy, which is a problem. So we definitely need to find energy here. So they start with, okay, looks like they're playing Greninja, Zoroark, and Incineroar. Okay, well, Cherish Ball for probably another Slowduck, right? Could go Dedenne. I'm just gonna get another Slowduck. We need to get energy down this turn. We'll see what Pokégear gives us. Okay, we got a Coach Trainer. We can play that, draw 4 cards, try to draw into a Viridian or an energy. And alright, we do get there. Nice. We actually have a pretty big hand. We have a really good hand, actually. Which is nice. He has to, like, reset Stamp Me in order to stop this hand from being good. I don't even think he's playing a Pulsation deck, to be honest. Greninja Zoroark with Incineroar seems pretty bad in the new format. Yep. It's not. Why would it be? You know what, though? Honestly, we are in a pretty good spot right now. I don't even know if it matters. Like, I can honestly see us winning this game. Unless he... Yeah. This is pretty good for us. I actually don't think we're in a bad spot at all. Now we're going to go Blues Tactics, get an energy out of the deck. We'll attach. We do have a knockout. Alright, we're going to Misty here. I am going to get a Fan Club, another Misty, and I guess we'll get a Whitney. The reason I'm going to get Fan Club is because I do want to play Fan Club next turn for a couple Lapras. And just like that, we're going to Ditch and Splash. Go Blue, Misty, Whitney, Whitney. How much is this? 1, 2. Yeah, I think we got to get rid of all these supporters. Actually. Hold on. 80, 120. There we go. 80, 120, 160, 240. Yeah, we gotta get rid of all the supports to get a knockout here, I think. Yeah. Oh, maybe we did. No, we did. Yeah, we did. We need to get rid of all the supporters to get a knockout. Alright, that's fine. I mean, let's be honest. I don't think we're losing anymore. If we get a Lapras with the prizes, GG. No, okay, we at least got supporters. Whatever. I didn't realize we had to get rid of all the supporters to get a knockout. If we could just draw into something good here, we do win the game. If not, we can just kind of keep going for it. How much energy do I need for Thrilling Times? I need 8 water. No thanks. I might, for the memes, maybe build like a Slowduck deck that tries to do Thrilling Times. Yeah. Play your Unified Minds cards with your pre-rotation cards. I keep getting those two mixed up. Yeah, play your nest balls with your Mewtwo's and stuff, because that's definitely cool. Seriously, it's not cool to play pre-rotation cards or Unified Minds cards. You're just a scumbag. Alright, we'll do Misty. We'll get Fan Club, Steven, and I guess, like, Steven. So we don't really need Steven's Resolve anymore. I'm actually going to hold the Fan Club because we do need it. Yeah, he concedes. Slowpoke and Psyduck Justice to the pre-rotation people on the ladder. Take that. That's what you get for playing a pre-rotation deck. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Alright, guys. We have had to resort back to friend battles because the ladder is driving me insane right now. Alright, we're up against a fairy deck. Now, this might be Whimsicott, and that's pretty bad, I want to say, because if we don't knock them out, we get rid of a bunch of supporters, and then we do, you know, nothing, like, pretty much. It's pretty bad. Okay. So we're gonna get that Slowpoke and Lapras Star, which I do like. At least we got to serve justice to one annoying pre-rotation player, but, you know. Just, people, I don't know, it's, I'm not gonna lie, I have not really been enjoying Unified Minds release that much because of how many decks that are just, not post-rotation on the ladder. I just like being able to just jump onto the ladder and just find matches, but you can't do that really right now, and it's kind of just not really fun. What is fun, though, is having a decent starting hand with 2 Water Energies and a Stevens. We can go Pokégear maybe for Misty, which I'd prefer to play Misty because then we can Lapras. So he is playing a Whimsicott deck, and Whimsicott is pretty difficult to deal with thanks to that ability. So we got to be a little careful against this matchup. It is not going to be too easy. My opponent's going first, which isn't good. Actually, I should probably just do Stevens then. My opponent says Broken Heart. Ooh, we drew a Misty. I think we still go for the Steven. Just because, at the very least, I want to get some Great Potions here in case he does attack me. I want to be ready for next turn. Yeah. So, Whimsicott, Porygon, Z, it looks like. From the typing and the energy. So we'll see how we do. He might just do Toy Box. We'll see, though. This is actually going to be a little tough getting through that Fluffy Con ability. I was considering playing Power Play in this deck, too. But I really do think that Viridian Forest is just better. Because, again, you never want to miss a turn where you don't attach energy. But if you want, you... Oh, he is going for Toy Box. We might actually just win this turn. I guess we didn't need the Steven for the Great Potions, but it's better to play it safe. So we'll see if we knock out the Whimsicott here. With the Ditch and Splash. We just got to get heads. We do have a KO. If not, it's not the end of the world. We're not going to get knocked out next turn. My opponent is definitely going to, you know, get a little set up. With, like, he can find Porygon, but he doesn't have any Porygon Z for next turn. Because he doesn't have anything else in play. So that is pretty good. We're not, like, in threatened, right? We're not getting threatened right now. We actually have 2 chances to potentially knock out this first Whimsicott. So we'll see if we get a knockout here. It'd actually be kind of anticlimactic if we do, because then the game doesn't really play out all the way through. But we shall see what happens in this match. We'll see. It's a good thing we have Lance in our hand, too. Because we could just do Lance next turn and kind of go from there. So my opponent's going to get any 5 cards they want. I have no way to really reset that. Ooh, we drew another Misty. I like that. Alright, so let's attach. We'll go Misty's Favor. We'll get ourselves Fan Club, Whitney, and I guess like another Misty. And alright. So we got to get rid of... Oh, we can go with this. Fingers crossed for heads. Yeah, pretty much, man. Pretty much. Even I'm kind of hoping, just because this game will be really short. Alright, we'll go Misty, Misty, Fan Club, Whitney. That is 40, 80, 120, 160. Okay, that is 200 damage. Alright, here we go. My opponent survives the turn. So that's going to be a little bit of a challenge for us. Is discarding stuff and then having it get heads. That can be pretty bad. We'll see how we do, though. He can attack me. Potentially hit me pretty hard, but I do have the 2 Great Potions from that Steven's Resolve. We're not really in a bad spot right now. We do actually need another slow deck down, actually, thinking about it. Ooh, Wonders Lab. Ooh, that's a big yikes. I might actually have to maybe go for, like, a different play instead. And there's a triple. It's going to do a lot of damage to me here. My opponent's actually got a pretty good soft lock, so he can hit me pretty hard. And he has a lab in place, so he's forced me to find an energy or a stadium and get a knockout this turn in order to really survive. We do have 100 damage to be healed, though, thanks to Great Potion. I might have to Pokégear and hope for, like, a Cynthia. I mean, if he knocks me out, we could do Lance, which is, I guess, pretty good, too. So it's not the end of the world. I could do Whitney. Actually, that's not drawing me many cards. I don't actually know what to do. We just gotta hope we find a stadium. I'd actually prefer to do Coach here. So we can heal 100 of that, make him do 60. What can we draw? We do a boost tactic. So we can try to heal. We gotta hope for, like, a Coach off of this Pokégear to help us. Which we didn't get. We did get a Whitney, though. I mean, I could take the Stevens Resolve, too, in all honesty. I might have to. Whitney's only drawing us what? Like, it's only drawing us 3 cards. Not worth it. Honestly, I think the Stevens play is better. He might not even have a knockout, you never know. Alright, let's actually do this first. Try and get more Misties in our hand. How many do we have in the discard? Yeah, 3. So we might as well do this just so we can get as many Misties in our hand as we can. If he knocks me out, we can just do Lance. We can Steven. So what do I have to get here? So I have to get Slowpoke. No, we can get Cherish Ball, so we can burn a card. We can get a Switch. Then we're going to need an Energy. That will indeed let us attack. Unless he reset stamps me. But that will give us the attack. Or no, it won't. We would need 2 energies. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Shoot. We also need to get rid of the stadium. I didn't consider that. Ah, whatever. That's fine. We can always sacrifice the Lapras if we really have to. It's not the end of the world. We can afford to do that because he knocks me out twice. We lose anyways. Right? So it's not even a big deal. Alright, let's see if my opponent's able to get a Porygon Z down. We'll see if they're able to get a knockout here. If they do get a KO, that'll be pretty bad. If they don't, it'll be pretty good. We get another chance of trying to knock this thing out. Oh, he's gonna custom. He might knock out a Lapras. No, he's not. Okay, he's drawing 1 card. He's gonna for Cynthia. Let's see. He's gonna need like Rare Candy, Porygon Z, and a couple energy, I think, to get a KO here. We have 190 HP, so we're still pretty bulky. Let's see if he gets there. Smart things maybe to add could be something cool like Lucamine, so you can just get your stadiums back. Okay, so we do live to see another day. We only have 1 turn left on the clock, though, unfortunately. Yeah, Stevens Resolve. I think I just go for Whitney. Hope for the best. Okay, we got a Great Potion. No, we don't really need that. So I think what I'm going to do, Cherish Ball for another Slowduck. We only have 1 Viridian in the deck, yeah, never mind. Probably not worth it to attack. So we get knocked out next turn anyways, right? Like, I could attack and then heal 50. I mean, just hope we live. I mean, I guess. I don't like it, but we'll see if it works. Because we get a knockout, it's possible he might not even KO me. We have a lot of HP still, right? So there's a chance we can survive the turn here. Should I do Pal Pad? Get back Fan Club and Steven. Not much of a point. I don't know. Let's just go for the knockout. So we'll go 120, 160, and I guess we'll get rid of the Steven. Hey, we got him. Nice. We got him. Alright, we might actually be okay. He could still knock me out, though, if he gets Porygon Z and stuff. We'll see. We're getting 2 prizes here. Another energy be good. No, a Coach Trainer, not good. More supporters is nice, but not ideal. So if my opponent does KO me here, we're gonna be forced to reconcile. We're gonna be forced to probably just sacrifice Lapras. Oh, he's gonna reset stand me. Ooh, maybe I should have done Pal Pad. Okay, we got an energy at least, but we don't have that Lance anymore, which is pretty bad. We can do Fan Club, though, and get Dedenne, which is, I guess, fine enough. We can also keep healing. I don't like losing his Switch, though, not gonna lie. Alright, if he got Rare Candy Porygon Z, we're in trouble, but he only has 5 cards. Even if he did, he needs a lot of energy to kill me. He needs to do 104 damage. Plus, well, now he's going to need to do 190 damage, so we're going to keep healing. And yeah, he has nothing, which is pretty good. Hey, we drew Dedenne. We can heal. Attach here. And just play Dedenne. Hopefully we hit the Viridian. No. So we're gonna keep being forced to do some pretty interesting plays. But we do have the potential KO again, I think. Yeah, we can do Misty. We get Pal Pad, also get back some stuff. Put you back. Let's just put 2 Steven's Resolve back. Steven's Resolve could still be pretty big in this matchup. In the late game, you never know. We'll do Misty's Favor. We'll get the Lance, Steven, and the other Misty. And we can hold on to the Lance. But I don't know if he'll have another thing. Have another reset stamp. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, he lives. No. Oh, man. Give him a sad face. We're still in a pretty good spot, though, I would say. But not knocking that Whimsicott out is pretty unfortunate. We don't have a lot of supporters. Like, if he keeps getting heads, right? We don't have that many supporters to keep discarding, right? We're eventually going to have to be forced to just keep discarding Misty. We might have to get to a point where we 2-shot him. Oh, he's going triple. He's risking it. He probably has a piece to his hand then to the Porygon. No, he did find it. Okay, so he might get a knockout here. He would need quite a few cards, though, in his hand to get there. Does he even have an energy? Does he have an energy? Because, well, if he does get a knockout, right, we can do Lance, and we have the 2 energies, so we can at least still attack because this Wonders Lab's in play, which is still good. This is a pretty good game, though. This is making me want to play Power Play in the deck. Ripped my opponent. How many triples does he have left? I mean, he still has 2. Triple's going to be important, I think, so that he can get a knockout on some turns. Does he not have a unit energy or rainbow energy, though? He does. Oh, he doesn't have the energy. Okay, we are gonna keep trucking. Get another Slowduck. I'm not gonna play that down because I need room for potentially a Dragonite. At this point, we can probably just get the 1 Dragonite in play with Fast Call. We'll do this. Just to get more supporters going. And here we go, we're gonna go Misty's Favor once again. We'll get Coach, Tate Liza, and Steven. Here we go, Ditch and Splash. 1, 2, so 80, 120, 160, 190. Alright, if this gets tails, guys, this ain't good. Or heads, sorry. Ah, it does get heads. We might have to try to 2-shot him. I'm running out of supporters to play. This ain't good. Yeah. Man, this is tough, though. This Whimsicott is living, and we are running low on supporters. At this point, I might have to just get like 3 Lapras in play and just go Misty every turn. We might have to 2-shot him. At the very least, there's no Ace Roll or Max Potion, so I doubt he's playing Scoop Up. So at this point, we might have to just rely on doing 2 shots every turn. We can maybe like do our GX attack just to try and do 100 damage. It's not ideal, but at least it'll get damage on the board. But if he gets multiple if he gets like 3 Whimsicotts in play, we gotta go through 3 different Whimsicotts. So I don't know. He's actually gonna retreat to the Porygon. Okay. Interesting. Is he gonna go for Tantrum? It looks like it. Yeah, he is. Interesting. So we're confused. We're gonna have 50 HP, 70 HP left? We can afford to hit through the confusion. Okay. Oh, this is pretty tough, though. Oh, no, he confuses himself. Why do I think he could... Why do I... I guess I don't get confused. I'm an idiot. Alright. So, Mermaid's Call. Still, I think that was a fine enough play. At least he's hitting me, right? And I don't have a way to heal. So we can take a knockout here, which I think I do. We'll get rid of Steven and Coach. But we are running out of stuff to discard. That HP is pretty rough. Oh, we don't even... No, we don't have a knockout. Oh, well, whatever. I can get rid of the Lance. I mean, at this point, do we really need it? Like, not really. Our setup is pretty fine. Honestly, we won't need the Lance anymore. We're really low on supporters anyways. Lance can go. There's the stadium. Not really needed anymore, but it's appreciated. I don't even think I need to give it to my opponent. I don't want to give my opponent free energy. So now he can potentially knock me out. I mean, that play was fine. Being able, you know, he obviously wanted to attack me, but at the same time, you know, he did have to, like, deal with me at some point, right? Alright, we'll do this. We just need to get, like, another Lapras or two down, and we can just keep recycling our Misties every turn, which I think is what we have to rely on. Because we can go quad Misty, potentially, and then, like, a supporter discard. So, I might just do Thrilling Times, to be honest with you. Let's just try it. Hey, we got heads, and we got tails! Nice, perfect outcome. So my opponent's most likely going to get a KO here. He just needs an energy. He needs a fairy and he gets a knockout. Slowpoke did his job though. Oh, maybe he doesn't have it. He has to just another recycle. Yeah, my opponent's not really looking like they're in a good spot. It just look like they just can't find a energy. It's just looking like they just can't hit the energy they need to attack. That's what they're looking for. But they just can't find the fairy out. I'm not going to give him the Viridian. At this point, we're fine. We don't really care. Actually, we'll touch one more water energy just in case we don't. Because I don't really think I ever want to play that. Viridian down. And hey, we got a knockout. Alright, Slowpoke is plowing through the Whimsicotts here pretty nicely. We'll take our prize. Another supporter's good. I don't know if we have another supporter prize. Yeah, we got a Switch Raft. Even better, we can play that. So my opponent definitely, I mean, this is a good game, right? They were able to do quite a bit, but they haven't taken a knockout yet. We've healed a lot. We've played all of our Great Potions. We've healed in total 200 damage. And at the same time, we've been trucking along. And he bumps Stadium. Yeah, it doesn't really matter anymore with that Wondrous Labyrinth. Like, not much else we can do. So now it's up to my opponent to take a knockout here, and it's not looking too good for them. We just need to get one more Lapras. That's all I'm looking for at this point is another Lapras. He's going to retrieve the Porygon. Looks like he just gives up. Right? Flip with 3 coins or 2 for energy. Unless he draws Rare Candy Porygons, it's looking like he's just kind of out of options. No, he's retreating back in the Whimsicott. Okay. It was to draw more cards. Fair play. Fair play. Alright, we're going to try and knock him out here and maybe win the game. We'll see if we get there. This was definitely a pretty long game. My opponent not being able to take a prize kind of sucks for him. Actually, I guess I'm forced to do Ditch and Splash. Awesome. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? That's 80, 120, 160, 190. Yeah, that's right. And we win. Nice. GG. And we got one more game coming with the Slowpoke deck in just a moment. But yeah, that's the deck, man. Slowpoke being Whimsicott. Interesting. We didn't even need power play, and we were still able to come out on top. Alright guys, we're going to do one last game with the deck here. Once again, in a friend battle against my friend Palmer here. He's playing a fighting deck. I think it's going to be Zygarde. And we'll see if we can win another game with Slowpoke. Honestly, the deck's been impressing me more than it probably should, to be honest. I thought this deck was going to be like, it's not bad. It's kind of slow, no pun intended. But honestly, it has actually turned out to be decent. Unfortunately, though, it looks like our hand's going to be a little awkward. Yeah, it looks like he's playing a fighting deck, so most likely it will be Zygarde. We'll see. Our starting hand is a little weird. We could do, like, Pokégear, maybe hope for, like, I don't know. We need, like, an energy. We have a Cherish Ball. We have a Slowking. We have a Slowpoke Psyduck. We just don't have much else. We'll see what happens, though. One thing I might be a little scared of is like Bonnie for Zygarde. That could be a bit of an issue. So hopefully we can draw a Viridian or an energy here. We shall see though. Other than that, not the worst starting hand. We'll just have to see how we do. Actually, maybe like Steven's Resolve Pokégear wouldn't be bad either. We'll see. Opponent will play a Cynthia though, getting themselves a new hand. I'm actually fine with starting with Lapras. Lapras is probably your best starter outside of Slowpoke because at least Lapras like can take a hit. So it's not the end of the world if you do start with Lapras over starting with Slowpoke. Because at least, you know, Lapras, you don't really care if you lose one of them. You really only need 3 at most in most games. Unless you ever do go quad Lapras. We'll see what happens here though. Just a pass, alright. There's a Fan Club top deck. Okay, we're going to Cherish Ball here for Slowpoke and Psyduck. We do have a Viridian in the deck, and we have, ooh, 7 energy. That's pretty rough. Prizing 3 energy is kind of unfortunate. We'll Pokégear. I'm just going to take the Cynthia, and honestly, I'm going to re-roll my hand. I'm going to re-roll the hand. That's why I like having just, like, the one Cynthia in the deck. Alright, nice. We got another Water Energy. We got 2 waters, not bad. So next turn we can play Steven's Resolve, which I'll probably just end up doing. Lapras probably won't get knocked out by Zygarde here. The only thing that might be a problem is going to be that Viridian GX. Viridian GX is kind of scary because it does allow my opponent to make it so that he just can't be damaged by Slowpoke, which is pretty bad. I've seen some Zygarde builds using Welder to build this thing up. And, ooh, they must not really have a good hand, because they didn't do any, like, supporters. Which is good. We'll play that down. We'll Steven's Resolve. We'll get Lance in case he knocks me out. We'll get a Misty, and we'll get a... What else would be good here? Probably, like a Cherish Ball. Get another Slowpoke down. Yeah, sure. I don't really know what else I needed there. Maybe like another Lapras, because we are going to lose one here most likely. If not, we'll just do another Stevens. We'll just keep doing Stevens until the end of time. So, I mean, if my opponent does knock me out, though, we are going to knock him out. So it's like, he has a decision. Does he want to do anything? Does he want to KO me? Which it looks like he can KO me here, thanks to that Fighting Dojo. And, oh no, a Reset Stamp! Oh boy, let's see how we do with our hand. Not very good. We got a Dragonite. Not the one we wanted, either. I wouldn't mind getting the other Dragonite, because then I can maybe Pokégear for Lance. We can still get a knockout this turn, though, which is still good regardless, but that was unfortunate. Hopefully we get another Slowpoke down, so we can just keep building him up. Doesn't look like my opponent's will be able to do much, though, next turn with Zygarde, which is nice. We can take him out here, and it's not like he can go for a Lance Wraith. I'm pretty sure Karate Belt only takes out the Fight Energy and the cost. Yeah, so it's not going to remove 1 energy for Cell Connector. It's pretty much like a Thunder Mountain, but for fighting types on a tool. It looks like he's going to be getting some Zygardes down, so Cell Connector is doing a decent amount of damage, but he can't attack me next turn with Cell Connector, most likely. He can maybe go Baby Zygarde. That was a big Reset Stamp, though. That's why I like having the Dedenne, is because of stuff like Reset Stamp that can happen. And oh, he's actually going to Custom Catcher. Okay, never mind. I was going to say, wait, what did he just play on? A U-turn board. I was going to say, because he can Custom Catcher my Slowpoke, hit me for what, 60, 80. Another Custom Catcher? Okay, yeah, I figured he wasn't going to do double there. How much is he doing? I think 100. Yeah, 100 damage. So he could have brought me out at 100. But he's gonna knock out the Lapras. That's one of the nice things about starting with Lapras. It just gives it 1 prize. It activates Lance. Not a big deal. Hey, look at that. Ask and you shall receive. Alright, we'll do Misty here. Get Misty, and Whitney. Or we can just go double Whitney and a Misty. We're gonna have to get rid of every card, every supporter in our hand, assuming this hits. Yeah, okay, we'll take the Coach Trainer. So we do have to get rid of all the supporters. Or maybe not. We can go... Okay, never mind. We can keep one. Ah, ha, ha. That was definitely part of the plan. I didn't even realize we could do Mermaid's Call. Okay, so we can keep the Coach Trainer. So we'll go 40, 80, 120, 160, 200. Not bad. So now my opponent needs to figure out a way to kind of stop my Slowduck from just kind of plowing him. Fan Club and a water. I might play the Fan Club just to get more Laprases down. Just try and get more Laprases and play wouldn't be bad. I could also just go Misty, try and maybe get Lance in my hand, but we have this, so it doesn't matter. We have to like wait for another reset stand. I don't know. Honestly, like the Dragonites haven't been like that useful, but it is good. Like if you start with Lapras, right, and you have another Slowdog down, in theory, like before we got reset stamped, we had the ability just to like Misty, get ourselves a Lance. If they knock out Lapras, we use Lance, get the Dragonites in place. So there is some potential in using the Lance Prism Star, though I am skeptical on taking it out of the deck and throwing in like 3 more good cards, like 3 more supporters, maybe like a third Viridian, a Power Plant maybe like a Faba. Lusamine could be kind of cute too. Maybe like a second Pal Pad, I don't know. I do think like there's still room for improvement in this deck for sure. But honestly, the deck is pretty fun to play. I'm enjoying myself. Oh, maybe you don't need 4 Slowducks. Maybe go like 3 of them. Because then you have less chance to start. You have more chance of starting with Lapras than you do Slowpoke and Psyduck. And, well, I guess the Lapras is taking a beating. You set up a Lance play and you can build up a Slowduck on the bench, force him to custom catcher it out. So that maybe that could be an option too. I don't know. I am liking the deck though. The Slowduck deck I'm enjoying. I was like, this deck's going to be a meme. He just passes. Yeah, not much he can really do. So I'm just going to do Fan Club here. We're just going to go double Lapras. We just want to keep up the Lapras pressure. And we'll just keep doing Mermaid's Call. And yeah, that's pretty much it. How many Misties are in there? 2. Okay, that's fine. So we'll just go Ditch and Splash. And ditch these 3. And we'll knock out the Zygarde. So we're getting close to winning here. My opponent, there's no signs of them doing a Verdict GX either. He can hit me pretty hard though if he gets a basic fighting, thanks to that Dojo being in play. But we can try to Viridian it. But I don't know if I want to give him a Viridian, because the problem with giving him the Viridian, it powers up Cell Connector, which I don't like. And currently he has 1 energy. He has to stay in the active if he wants to pull off a Verdict here. He's going to have to stay in the active spot in order to do Verdict. Oh, but he's retreating. I don't know how I feel about that. That definitely wasn't a good idea. But that just does mean we can knock him out here, which is pretty nice. We could do this. Yeah, I would have waited a turn. I don't know how I feel about my opponent doing that, but it's okay. So we'll go here. We can actually do some pretty big brain plays. We'll go here. Misty for double Whitney. Play the Viridian. We have double Mermaid Call still, so we can get rid of the Misty. Get an energy so we can thin the deck out. Look ready, big brain plays. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about my opponent doing that. If I were my opponent, I probably would have just held the hand. I would have just held this in the active spot. Because now we pretty much win the game. Like, there's really nothing you can do at this point to stop me from winning. I would have just passed, built this thing up, and then went for Verdict. Because Verdict can definitely hurt me a lot. If he keeps up the Bonnie Verdict pressure, he can win the game. By just making it so I just cannot attack him with Slowduck. I'd have to like keep giving up Laprases in order to stop it. So I don't think I would have done that, but whatever. It is what it is. I think this will be the last game. There's a Power Plant. Yeah, it doesn't matter at this point, I don't think. There's nothing much you can do. You can Bonnie. Let me just... I haven't used Bonnie in forever. Let me read this card again. Okay, it just lets him redo his GX deck. So we can just do this. Great Potion. And triple Mermaid Call. And yeah, that's it for the Slowduck deck. Definitely, I think my opponent should have just passed there instead of, you know, retreating to the Zygarde. There's no point in doing that because I would have knocked him out. But whatever, it is what it is. I think we're just going to wrap up today's PTCGO video here, guys, with the Slowduck deck. I am going to be revisiting this deck soon, just because it's fun to play. And once the new format hits, we hopefully will run into some Reshizard decks in the ladder and we can wreck them. But yeah, that's going to wrap up the video today, guys. Slowduck. I had fun playing the deck. We beat one pre-rotation deck pretty hard. We just were like, turn 2, Slowduck, knock out that Greninja Zoroark. That's what we get for playing Nest Balls. But that'll wrap today's video, guys. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe down below to help me on the road to reaching 51, or actually no, 5,200 subs. Because I think by the time it's uploaded, we should have 5,100 subs. But yeah, help me on the road to reaching 5,200 subs. or 6K subs. Make sure to check out the sponsor down below too, Card Cavern TCG. Use code LDF at the checkout, get yourself a 5% discount on their order. And if you're looking for those Unified Mind codes, and of course, follow me on Twitter down below too. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.